I wouldn't be keeping it real or staying true to myself at all, actually. I'll kind of be, not keeping it in the buck at all if I didn't tell the uncomfortable truths on the channel. And sometimes, y'all, we gotta have those uncomfortable conversations. Like the lack of build to WWE's WrestleMania 41 this year, bro. Now, some WWE fanboys, I know they may not like this video. In fact, it may even piss some people off. But I'm here to tell you that if I piss you off, that's exactly what it's meant to do. That means I did my job. Because that means I got through to you somehow. I feel like, I don't know, man. I don't even know where to start with this. Because Triple H has just been, he's kind of been showing signs of, I don't want to say fatigue, but just signs of just actual laziness. You know what I mean? I don't even want to give him an excuse here. Because this is lazy booking. I feel like everyone in their views is so out of place right now. And the whole card is just kind of scrambled. And it's just certain views happening, in my opinion, that should not be happening. Like, let me give you a few examples. I'll go over to Raw. Let's start with Raw. They got Braun Breaker putting up the IC strap, possibly against Penta, Zero Miedo, Let Go of My Ego, versus Dusty Ass Dominic Mysterio and Ludwig Kaiser. I mean, is that enough to sell you for WrestleMania? I don't know, man. It's triple threat madness at Mania this year. It's like Triple H is just booking multi-man matches because he doesn't have any other creative writing, or his team is not doing the best job to even come up with something remotely creative. And that's sad, bro. What have we gotten so far in the build? Bianca and Rhea versus Io for the women's strap. Another multi-person title match. You know it's coming. They just did the special guest referee match yesterday on Monday Night Raw with Bianca Belair causing the DQ. Bro, you know it's coming. They told you right there. Throughout all this, Rhea Ripley should have never lost that world title before Mania, just like we talked about a few uploads ago on the channel. Terrible, just horrendous fucking booking. That pissed me off when Rhea Ripley won the strap. Well, she lost the strap, rather. We talked about it. I was so pissed off, man. That made my skin boil. That Triple H would do something like that to Rhea Ripley this close to WrestleMania. And nobody gives a fuck about Io Sky. I don't give a shit about how you jerk off to her in the IWC and on the internet, man. Like, how much of a cute face she has. I don't care about any of that. She has done nothing. Do you understand me? Nothing to even remotely come close to a world title. But yet, they put it on her. Sad. That was the money match, man, sitting right in their lap. Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. They had it right there. And they dropped the ball. Fucking terrible. Horrendous ass booking, bro. That title should have never left Rhea Ripley. Triple H even admitted that he jerks off the Twitter accounts watching ideas online during the shows. He's scrolling through Twitter during the shows, bro. That's probably why he doesn't have time to book these shows in a creative way, because he's too busy trying to fish for ideas while the actual show is going on instead of thinking on his feet and trying to get this shit together. This is a mess. And Io Sky, I'm sorry, man. She did nothing to deserve that. She's been mid as fuck, character-wise, all the way up until this point. It rips the way he's going about building this WrestleMania. We only have about 2 to 3 weeks left, I believe, right? What it's doing is it's ripping the fun factor out of it for me. It's not fun for me. Braun Breaker in a multi-man match. Seriously, this should have been easy to book. Like Oscar would say, man. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Simple. Sheamus. Braun Breaker. IC strap. Weeks of TV with Sheamus. And facing off with Braun Breaker, as a heel. Because he's just, I don't know, he's just better that way as a heel. Braun is just better that way. And you could have built up weeks of storytelling with him and Sheamus, having different segments backstage. Maybe they meet each other in a bar or something. Maybe they backstage. Maybe they get a family member involved. Build some emotion behind it. Do something. But make the importance of it have it being Sheamus chasing his first Intercontinental title. He's won every other title in the business except the one title that's eluded him this whole time. That's the story. That was the story sitting right there. They dropped that ball too. You know, compared to last year's build, WrestleMania 40, man, I mean, there were some matches that weren't all that, I wasn't all that excited for last year, but this year, I gotta be honest, you know, but last year still has some okay matches still, even the ones that we weren't excited for. But this year, it's just, nothing's pulling me, man. I don't know.
I don't give a fuck.
It's gotta be a me thing, but I know that it's not because the community is speaking, bro. So I'm not the only one expressing these sentiments. I'm not. And then let's switch over to Smackdown. What about Smackdown? That was just Raw. We got LA Knight possibly defending in the multi-man match too. But we don't even know that for sure. He's just mingled up with a lot of people right now. What is LA Knight doing for WrestleMania? What is the mid card doing for WrestleMania? What is the lower tier card doing for WrestleMania?
I don't know.
We don't know. Because none of these things have been set in motion. We're just coasting. I feel like they're doing all of these international shows just to give fans filler until we get back to the States to give them the real shows, to give them real effort building into this show. Building into WrestleMania. It's just, I don't know, man. It's been lackluster as fuck. And like I said, what about SmackDown? Seth, Roman. Come on, man. Seth, Roman, CM Punk. This should have been easy. This match should have never been a triple threat match with nothing on the line. Instead of what? Paul Heyman on a pole? I mean, that's what you get? I mean, that could be the favor of CM Punk asking Paul to be his manager for a minute. But I got to be honest with you. I'm glad CM Punk. Congratulations to CM Punk for getting his first WrestleMania main event. Long overdue. But this is ridiculous. How lackluster and how less emotional this build has been between these three guys. Compared to last year, man, when Seth and Roman was involved with something with The Rock, and every week you had something different. Every week you had The Rock coming out, trashing Cody and Seth. Every week you had Seth and Cody standing up for themselves. Every week. And I don't doubt that there'll be some sleeper matches on this show. I don't doubt that at all. But ain't nothing on this card pulling me, my G. Nothing. I can't think of not one thing. Nothing is speaking to me.
I just don't give a fuck.
The voices that are in my head are telling me that Randy and KO are going to put on a solid match on SmackDown. But why do I care about Randy Orton and KO match? Why? Because Randy was taken out for a few months. That's it. You got to give me a little bit more than that, man. I'm sorry. The question is, do you care? The question is going to be, yeah, they had some good segments or whatever. KO and Randy. Yeah, they made it look believable about the hatred that they may have building between each other. But we all know what the end goal is, man. How can you force me to hate? How can you force me to think that Randy Orton is really going to spend all his time on KO when I know what Randy's goal is, and that's to get to the WWE strap? I know he's going to turn on Cody. Eventually, it's going to come. So how can you expect me to take this feud serious when we all know what the end game is? You know, it's just questions like that that made me scratch my head. You know, so it's kind of like filler for Randy Orton. That's why I probably can't take it as serious. Are you holding onto your boots out of excitement for Randy Orton versus KO? Are you jumping out of your boots in excitement? Yeah, I didn't think so. I gotta be honest, man. We're gonna go over the Mania build so far. But I'm asking myself, what is everyone supposed to be doing? So far what we got was Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, right? They be coming out, they do the contract signing, right, for the special guest ref match that just took place. But that was a whole waste of time, as we clearly saw, just for them to get DQ'd, just for them to tell them the story that we obviously know was going to happen. The triple threat match. So we wasted weeks of television just to get the obvious outcome. What happened to that storytelling, 3H? What happened, 3H, to the storytelling that you were doing? 2022, 2023, 2024. Piggybacking off of Vince and Kate McMahon. Drew McIntyre's not supposed to be stuck in his feud Fucking Damian Priest, I don't care if he's selling them on top of a car window. That's not doing it for me. Drew's supposed to be burning down every member of the bloodline. He was supposed to be hunting these boys down. He was supposed to be fucking shit up. What happened? We get to the Rumble. Drew has his little slip up. They had a little botch moment between him and Priest. Triple H is thinking, oh, okay, well, let me just make it seem real. Let's make some reality out of it. That's all great when the right stars are connected, when the stars align, and when the right actual superstars are involved. That's all great and dandy. But these two just don't mix. I'm sorry, Drew Mack, the original Mac Daddy, and Damian Priest, they have no chemistry, no connection to me. I'm sorry.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck?
They don't bring in any real emotion for me to care. Like a CM Punk versus Drew did. I just don't care. And it's fucked up because we wasting time when Drew's path was easy. They had CM Punk fuck with this dude all last year, when in reality, he was never supposed to drop that world title. In reality, if you wanted to do the CM Punk thing at WrestleMania, okay, the story from there should have been simple. He got screwed over so many times by CM Punk to the fact where he had to crash out, take out every member of the bloodline that caused him to be in that position in the first place, and build his way all the way up to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and get his win back from the Clash. Simple. It was right in front of their face, man. The story was sitting right there. We are not supposed to be hot shot and playing around with some triple threat matches between Punk, Seth, and Roman just because, oh, let's see who's the best. Yeah, these are the biggest names in the fucking industry right now. That is absolutely true. But I am not one of those people who are going to use that as a crutch to say, yeah, this is WrestleMania main event worthy. I am not, because I will be going against the grain and what I believe WrestleMania should feel like. And right now, I'm just not getting it with any of these feuds. It's triple threat madness. It's multi-mania madness, bro. And I can't stand it. It's making my head absolutely spin. I got more questions, but I don't even know the questions to ask because it's like, this is mingle. Roman Reigns, right? He's mad at CM Punk because he threw him out of the Royal Rumble. My nigga, get it together. It's the Royal Rumble. Of course you're going to be upset that you got thrown out, but that's enough to call a WrestleMania main event? Psh, man, look, speaking of main events, Jey Uso and Gunther all the way up until, checking my watch here. All the way up until last night on Raw when Gunther actually made Jimmy bleed. I didn't give two shits about this feud, and that's supposed to be for your world heavyweight title. Let that sink in, man. And I didn't care. Even after last night, I still struggle to really care or find genuine emotion. I'm sorry. But this year, compared to last year's WrestleMania build, is not the same. It's actually night and fucking day. Cody Rhodes and John Cena is the best thing we got going and the best thing to look forward to. But what have they done before last night? Before Cena got hit with the crossroads and before the promo back and forth, before the promo battle, which was their best one, by the way. First 2 weeks wasn't hidden. And I appreciate what Cena has done. His heel turn has been amazing. I appreciate the fact that he's shitting on the fans. And he's getting all of that out of his system first before we get any real changes. See, people don't know how to wait. People have this knee-jerk reaction and they don't know how to fucking wait and be patient for change to come. It all doesn't happen in one night with everybody, motherfucker. Sometimes it happens, as the weeks come. So just chill, be patient. Hey, but I'll be the first to tell you though, patience is running thin because we're only 2 to 3 weeks out and we got to pick up the pace between Cena and Cody. I don't know, man. I'm just not feeling it. It's different from last year. You had to rock everything with the press conference and all that, the excitement factor this year. You don't got any of that. But let me know how y'all feel down below, man. Like I said, I try not to spaz here or crash out about it, but this is frustrating. I got to be honest. And I'm very disappointed because I've been liking the product and what they've been producing. This is very, very disappointing. So I'm going to get up with y'all. Big deuces. Peace. And we out.